okay guys, this is Where is Walt Disney World? This is a very funny book and I love the magic in it. I learned some pretty interesting things from this. But you might not want to tell those things to children who still believe in Disney World magic. That Disney is all magic and that I also learned, well, Cinderella's castle isn't as tall as it looks. Well, anyway, so this is Where's Walt Disney World by Joan Holub. Okay. So, Where's Walt Disney World starts off with Walt Disney and Roy Disney's childhood. Roy Disney was sort of like a little parent to Walt, always making sure he got something on his birthday. And when their father wasn't there, Roy was. Roy had the smarts and Walt had the creativity. They put those together and created Disneyland and Disney World. So, 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so it starts off by how Walt Disney World was made. It was started in Florida. It started out actually as some swamp areas, wetlands in Florida. And it was pretty cheap, only $180 per acre. They had no idea that the land they were selling was going to become a new Disney. So once they found out, well, the prices increased very high, turned from $180 all the way to $1,000 per acre. But by then, the Disneys had already got a ton of land. They didn't need too much. Yep, they didn't need too much more. So they started with construction. There were a few problems at first. And they had to work really hard to bring the magic into Disney World. So Walt, he sadly died while it was being made, but Roy, he took over, and in his brother's honor, it's called Walt Disney World. But Walt did have enough time to make Disneyland over here in California. So that was that. He did have enough time to at least think of the ideas for Disney World and get a little bit done over there. Roy took the ideas and planted them in. Roy was retiring, but seeing that Walt Disney World could not live without the Disneys, he decided that retirement could wait. He kept on working. So, while Walt was still there, he knew he could do better. Some rides, they weren't working, they were broken, staying still, and the employees, or the cast members, the problem there was they weren't as friendly as they were supposed to be. So the Disneys kept walking, and soon they formed some fun rides and a lot of happiness and magic. Cinderella's castle, there was a big problem there. It was stated for safety reasons that any buildings above 200 feet had to have a red light swirling around to alert anybody flying around over there. But Walt thought that this would, ruin the magic effect. So they ended up only making it 185 feet. And they made it a little bit taller than, it was, by having a different view, a different perspective. They made the windows at the top of the tower to be smaller than the windows at the bottom. So it looked like, it was much taller than it really was. Pretty smart if you ask me. And I also learned about something that sounded really cool. There were underground tunnels so that anybody dressed in a cowboy outfit would be at Frontierland. And because once there was a cowboy going to Frontierland through Fantasyland. And Walt thought that was just so out of place. So he created secret tunnels, added a little snack shop over there for the cast members to stop by and get something to eat. And there were so many costumes. Mickey had over 136 outfits and Minnie over 100. In all, there were a ton. In total, the amount of Mickey and Minnie costumes are more than 236. So that was a big costume vault. There were probably millions of costumes there. And secret underground tunnels made it so the cast members could go to where they were supposed to be without anybody seeing them. So there would be no more cowboys in Fantasyland. And I just thought that was so cool. But found on your way there, there were like a lot of unmarked doors. There were signs pointing to which way was where you were walking towards. But once you got there, you had to choose between a lot of unmarked doors to get to your destination. You had to memorize a lot of stuff there. Okay. Well, I was also really impressed with all the rides and the fact that in Adventureland the ride with the waterfall split in half so people could go to it without getting wet. I really enjoyed it. It really makes me miss Disneyland. I haven't been there in years, literally. But I hope that this stuff is over so we can go over to Disneyland or Disney World. Depends on where you are. Okay. So it is a very fun book with lots of interesting facts. There's also a little thing on one of the pages where it tells you what each thing means. Also, I like how Disney says a lost parent, as kids can get a little nervous if somebody refers to them as lost. So it wouldn't be as scary if it was referred to as the parents were lost. I thought that was very funny also. Orlando, Florida. See, now we can go play something and not have to read since we know now. Hey Valbugs, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great time. We are reviewing Where is Walt Disney World, and it is very fun so far. So, it is pretty easy to read. It is a chapter book, so I give it a rating on the easy to read scale. Not the rating for the book itself, but on the easy to read scale. I give it a 8 out of 10. If you really like reading, then maybe a 9. And I very much enjoyed this book. So many fun facts and cool things I did not know about Disney. So I rate this book a 10 out of 10 for all the fun it has given me and all the childhood memories I've had. I love writing though. I don't like reading. I'm sort of the opposite. I don't exactly like writing, but I love reading.